Okay, what I might do while I'm here is quickly formulate a simple boilie recipe up on the wall. Where I sometimes just put my recipes up on the wall because I forget them. I'm not a diligent note taker. Every mix I've ever done has been different somehow anyway. So, but like a simple mix, you're going to want, let's say, 10% pre-digested fish meal, 30% fish meal, that could be LT94 or sardine and anchovy or squid meal or a mixture of whatever. Then you're going to want some binders in there. Now the most common binders that are used are things called bird foods. So they're like they're basically like egg biscuit stuff they feed to small birds. I've got a whole big bucket load somewhere, I'll show you some in a minute. So let's say you could go really simple and just go like 40% of that. We'll call it CLO. That's the most sort of common term for it. It's called bird food egg biscuit. Lewis CLO because it's got cod liver oil in it. There's another one called Mega Blend. I use one called Verse Lager, which is quite coarse, but they're all good binders basically. How much we've got left here? Got to do some maths. 20%. Right, so we'll go like 15% milks. Milks are generally soluble source of protein, and they will often bind your bait together as well and make it resistant to little fish pecking it to bits. At the moment I'm just using a milk protein blend from somebody like Bulk. It's one of those companies. I'll show you that in a minute as well. Okay, so what does that leave us now? We've got 10, 20, 80, 95. So you've got 5% to muck around with. 5% of a kilo is 50 grams, so it's a couple of tablespoons. Now that can be your sort of play area really. I'm just trying to think what I would stick in there. You've got spices, that could constitute maybe half of that. And then there's other little additives you can use as well, like there's various like vitamin formulas and things like that, or yeast, that's another one. So why don't we just say yeast. That's it. That is a really simple fish meal that will catch all day long without doubt. Yeast wise, there's a yeast called Brocacel, that's popular. There's a one that I've used quite a lot called high nucleotide yeast. I can't quite remember what the benefit of that is, but it's something I've certainly played around with in baits. Whether it's made a difference or not, I don't know. This ingredient here, pre-digested fish meal, that really is an extremely attractive soluble ingredient, and I would be very nervous if I made a bait without any of that in. Right, let's tilt the camera down. I'll just show you a few of these things. Everything's stored in like airtight food grade buckets, and I've tried to keep them in this corner because it's like out of the shade. Okay, so that's pre-digested fish meal. So it's a really fine powder. It's fish meal that's been processed using enzymes to break the protein bonds down, and it's those small protein molecules and amino acids that the carp pick up on. I'll just show you that. What else we got? Fish meal LT94. That's like classic, good quality. It's of a good sort of standard quality for a fish meal. Some other fish meals do vary a little bit. This has got a lot of available protein, just because I think it's made out of better stuff than some of the others, and maybe processed at, well, it's LT, low temperature. Just processed at a low temperature. Obviously a high temperature is gonna potentially destroy some of the goodness in there. What else we got? That's tuna hydrolysate powder, so that's very similar to the pre-digested. It's just made from tuna. Got a bucket of squid meal here. I like this stuff. I think it's really, I've caught a hell of a lot of fish on squid boilies. Some people don't like it, don't use it. At the end of the day, it's very difficult to get any proper, true scientific information about what's better than what. I just like playing around with different things. That's the fun of it for me. You know, if there was a real true science to it, somebody would have invented the best boilie that could ever be invented by now, and that's what everyone would use, but they ain't. So there's lots of scope for you to do your own experimentation. Right. Now this is your bird food. That's basically what it looks like. This is actually a mixture of Mega Blend and Versailles Lager in there. It's quite coarse. It's got a sort of yellowy, it's called egg biscuit, and there's lots of seeds ground up in there and whole. There's even like little bits of looks like groats, maybe hemp, and this white stuff's possibly breadcrumb or some other biscuity meal. But that's like your bones of your bait. That's what holds it all together. That bait I just wrote up on the wall. It's going to be pretty cheap. I'm going to guess and say it would cost about £5 a kilo or something like that. There you go. That's the milk blend. It's just a My Protein milk protein blend, unflavoured. I don't know what it's got in it actually, I can't remember. Doesn't say. but I think there's about 3 different milks in there. I believe it's whey protein concentrate, casein, and something else. But yeah, milk, attractive to fish, and acts as a bit of a glue as well. Boom! That really is super simple boilie mix. You can add something like that in there. That's a horse vitamin powder. Like every animal, carp need vitamins. A bit of that, and then there's all manner of other ingredients you can put in to do different things. Some things will make the bait harder. Spices, you know. Spices are supposedly good for digestion. They're probably attractive to fish as well. They have various properties in there that a carp would seek out to help rebuild its body. Right, that'll probably do you. I just need to find the lid for that. See what? I'll say goodbye for now while I look for it.